what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. And you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be a-changing. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing. And you keep...
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Purim. It's great to see everyone. And as everyone's filing in, it's a perfect way to start our Purim Megillah, our Purim day together. First of all, who's excited about the carnival later today? All right. Now, today is Purim, and one of the mitzvot of Purim is to hear the story. You may know the story, but from time to time, we may forget parts of the story as the year goes by. There's so much to the story. And so our rabbis, thousands of years ago, reminded us, let's read the story of the year. Let's remember what happened so we can learn from the lessons, we can learn the values, we can make sure to learn from history so we can be better Jews going ahead in the future. Now, we have a lot of heroes in the story. First of all, my favorite hero, let's hear it for Queen Esther. Let's hear it for Mordecai. Now, the king, not such a good guy, not the smartest guy, not the guy you really want ruling your country, but what's the king's name? Everyone remember? Any of our kids remember? Ahasuerus. It's a hard name to say. Can you guys say Ahasuerus? All right, not bad, not bad. Now, there's one really, really bad guy. We don't like this guy at all. In fact, we don't like him so much that when we say his name, what do? Exactly. All right, pretty good. So we have here. So I have my trustee Barbie, Barbie what? Barbie Booers, right here. First of all, let's give it up for the Barbie Booers right here. All right, so when I say a certain name, the Barbie Booers are going to raise the signs, and your job is to simply spin those groggers and boo as loud as you can. Let's practice a couple times. Let's make sure we're ready to go. Haman. Boo! All right, I'm going to give that a 7. Not bad. I want a 10, though. Let's try it one more time. Haman. Boo! All right, pretty good. I think they're ready. What do y'all think? I think they're ready to go. Okay, I want to, first of all, before I begin, I want to thank my colleagues, Rabbi Morgan, Cantor Goldman, Rabbi Fort. Most importantly this morning, let's give a big round of applause to Cantor Diane Dorff. Diane is not only a wonderful cantor, but is a great tutor and got so many of our students ready. The best part about our family Megillah reading is we have a chance to not just hear from us, but to hear from our fellow students, our children who read Megillah. So thank you, Cantor Dorff, for working so hard. And let's always give a hand to our teachers and to Miss Eskowitz for doing such a beautiful job in our religious school. And it's great this morning to have day school students here, preschool students, religious school students, as we come together. So Cantor Goldman, before we begin Megillah, we have some blessings to say. So I'm going to turn it over to Cantor Goldman. And anytime we read something we haven't read in a year, there's always one blessing we add. Does anyone know what's a blessing we say when we haven't done something as Jews in a long time? Shechianu, very good. So Cantor, I know the Shechianu is going to be one of these blessings, and there's a few other blessings as well. Maybe you can tell everyone about and lead them in.
We're going to read a Megillah, so we have to do a Megillah reading blessing. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al שעשה ניסי לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Means we lived through a miracle. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Okay, so there are 10 chapters in the Megillah. So let's begin with chapter 1, and we'll turn it over to Cantor Dorf and our proud students.
Okay, for verses 1 and 2 of chapter 1, we call up Samson Vogel.
Vayahim bimei Hashverosh, hu Hashverosh, Amalei mehodu
Be'atkush,
ve'akush, she'efa, ve'shrimu me'ah, medina, vayamim, Keshevet Hamalei Hashverosh, Al Kisei Al Kuto, Asher Bashushan Habira.
Good, Samson. Bishnat Shalosh Limolcho Asa Mishteh Lechosarav Va'avadav Chelfara Sumatai Hapartimim Visare Hamedinot Lefanav.
And so now an English translation, a part of chapter 1 that was just read. King Ahasuerus, who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia, gave a banquet to the nobles and the officers of the army and displayed his royal treasures. The banquet lasted 108 days and was followed by a 7-day banquet for all the people in Shushan, the capital. Queen Vashti also gave a banquet for the women. On the 7th day, when the king's heart was merry with wine, he commanded Queen Vashti to appear in order to show off her beauty. But Queen Vashti refused to go before the court. Enraged, the king asked his wise men, what should be done with her? Let the king assign her royal position to a better woman, Mukhan advised, and the king acted accordingly. He also sent letters to every province, directing that every man should be lord in his own house. We're now ready to go on to chapter number.
Dandiyad.
Okay. So I'm going to chant verse 4, and then Eli Kagan is going to chant verses 5 and 6. Ara asher titav be'enei hamelech timloch tachat Vashti vayitav hadavar be'enei hamelech vayas ken.
Ish Yehudi Hayav Beshushan Havira Ushmo Mordechai Ben Yair Ben Shimei Ben Kish Ish Yamini Asher Harva Mirushalayim Im Hagolah Asher Haglita Im Yehanya Melech Yehuda Asher Hegla Nebuchadnezzar Melech Bavel.
Okay, good job. There was a Jew. Turn it on. Okay. There was a Jew in Shushan by the name of Mordecai. He had adopted his orphan cousin Esther, who brought her up as his own daughter. Beautiful and lovely, she was taken into the royal house, where she became a favorite. She said nothing about her people or her descent, for Mordecai had told her not to reveal it. The king loved Esther more than all his wives, and he made her queen instead of Vashti. Chapter 3.
So we call up Abby Frankel as our first reader for chapter 3, and then Miriam Cooperman is also going to be joining us.
All right, Miss Abby, this is your yard.
אחר הדברים האלה גידל המלך אחשוורוש את המן. בן המדתה הגגי וינשאהו וישם את כיסו מעל כל השרים אשר איתו וכל עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך קוראים ומשתחווים להמן. כי כן ציווה לו המלך ומרדכי לא יכרע ולא ישתחווה.
I'm going to go in then. Verse 3. I can't do it in that key. Vayomeru avdei hamelech asher b'sha'ar hamelech lemordechai madua ata over et mitzvat hamelech vayahi ki omra elav yom vayom velo shama alehem vayagidu lehaman lirot haya amdu divrei Mordechai ki higid lahem asher hu Yehudi vayar Haman ki ein Mordechai kore umishtachaveh lo vayimalu Haman hema vayivez be'einav Lishloach yad b'Mordechai levado ki higidu lo et am Mordechai vayvakesh Haman lehashmid et kol haYehudim asher b'chol malchut Achashverosh am Mordechai. And now we continue on verse 9.
אם המלך טוב יקדם לעבדה ויסר אלפים כיכר כסף אשכול על ידי עושה המלאכה להבין על גנזי המלך.
That's really good.
After these events, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman and advanced him above all his officers. All bowed low before Haman.
Boo!
But Mordecai would not bow to him. Good guy. This infuriated Haman
Boo!
so much that he decided to destroy all the Jews throughout the empire of Ahasuerus. He said to the king, "There's a certain people dispersed in every province of your kingdom whose laws are different from those of other people, and they do not obey the king's laws. The king should not tolerate them in the land. If it please the king, let it be decreed that they be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver into the royal treasury. Keep your money," the king said to Haman.
Boo!
"And do what you like with the people." Then instructions were sent to all the king's provinces to massacre and destroy all the Jews, young and old, women and children, in one day, the 13th day of the month of Adar. The king and Haman, they sat down to drink, but the city of Shushan was perplexed. And now we join in singing a very classic Purim song, Chag Purim.
Okay, raise your hand if you already know the song. Okay, good. We got some people who don't know it. It goes like this. Purim day, holiday of fun and play. Sing your song loud and long, mask and dance today. You want to try that one more time? Purim day, holiday of fun and play. Sing your song loud and long, mask and dance today. Turn the grog around, round, round. Let it play a joyful sound. Pass the hamantashen round. Burn your grog around. Turn the grog around, round, round. Let it play a joyful sound. Pass the hamantashen round. Turn your grog around. Havanaria, rush, rush, rush. Havanaria, rush, rush, rush. Havanaria, rush, rush, rush. Ravashani.
Okay, chapter 4, El Natan Hafrichter.
You can use this as a pointer.
Mordechai, Yada, Ekawashina Asa, Vaifa, Mordechai, Epigada, Vayobasa, Vaifel, Vaise Petocha Il, Vaizak, the Akagirowa, Umawa, Vayavo, Ad, Wishne Shalhamela. Ki ein wavo el shalhamel yovusach uvho medina lekom achil deval hamel vedato magia evel kado wehudi vaitse vaitom Ufried umis bei sakva efel vai yutsa ya
Nice job.
Good job.
When Mordecai learned all that had been done, he tore his garments, put on a sackcloth, and went about the city crying bitterly. There was a great mourning among the Jews in every province, wherever the king's command was heard. Esther ordered Hathach to go and find out from Mordecai what was the meaning of it all. Mordecai told him all that had happened and gave him a copy of the decree, which he was to show Esther, charging her to intercede the king on behalf of the people. There's more. When Hathach told Esther what Mordecai had said, she gave him this message for Mordecai. Everybody knows that there is one penalty for any person who goes to the king without being summoned, and it is death. I have not been summoned for 30 days. Whereupon Mordecai replied, do not imagine you will escape inside the royal palace any more than the rest of the Jews on the outside. If you keep silent at a time like this, relief and deliverance will arise from another quarter, but you will perish, you and your father's house. Who knows whether it was not for a time like this that you have been raised to royalty? Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai. Go gather all the Jews of Shushan and fast on my behalf. Eat and drink nothing for 3 days and 3 nights. I and my maids will fast likewise. Then I will go to the king, though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. Mordecai did as Esther ordered him. Chapter 5.
Readers for chapter 5 are Abby Cooperman and Rachel Hoffrichter.
Vayehi bayom hashlishi vatil bosh Esther molkut vata'amod vachatzar beit chamelech ha-penimit nocha beit chamelech vechamelech Yosef al kisei molchuto bebeit chamalkut nocha pecha chabayit vayechi kiro chamelech et Esther chamalka omeret bechatzer nashachen be'einav vayoseh chamelech le'Esther et sharvit chazachav asher beido Vatikra Esther, Vatiga Berosh HaSharvit.
Good job.
Beautiful. And now Rachel.
Vayomer la hamelech malach Esther hamalka uma bakashatech al chatzi hamalchut vayinaten lach Vatomer Esther im al hamelech tov yavo hamelech vehaman hayom el hamishte asher asiti lo vayomer hamelech maharu et haman la'asot et devar Esther Vayavo hamelech vehaman El hamishte asher asta Esther Vayomer hamelech le'Esther b'mishte hayayin Mashe'elatech vayinaten lach Uma bakashatech Al chatzi hamalchut v'teas Vata'an Esther vatamar she'elati ubakashati.
Nice job. And now an English translation of chapter number 5. On the 3rd day, Esther stood in the inner court of the royal palace. When the king saw Esther standing in the court, he held out his gold scepter to her. Esther approached and touched it. What is your wish, Queen Esther? The king asked. What is your request? It shall be given you were in even half of my kingdom. Esther said, if it please the king, let the king and Haman come today to a banquet which I have prepared for the king. Bring Haman At once the king ordered that we may do as Esther desires. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. And as they were drinking wine, the king said to Esther, "What is your petition? It shall be granted. Were it even half of my kingdom, it shall be fulfilled." But Esther replied, "My petition and my request? Well, if it please the king, let the king and Haman come tomorrow to the banquet which I will prepare for them. Tomorrow I will do as the king said." Now, as you can imagine, that day, Haman was joyful and glad of heart. He told his friends and his wife Zeresh, let's give her a big boo, Zeresh. Yeah. Queen Esther invited no one except myself along with the king to the banquet she had prepared. And she has invited me again tomorrow together with the king. But all this does me no good as long as I see Mordecai Yehudi, Mordecai the Jew at the king's gate. Then his wife and all his friends said to him, "You know what? Let a gallows be made. And in the morning, tell the king to have that Mordecai hanged upon it. Then go merrily with the king to the banquet. No problems. Go have a good time." This pleased Haman, and he had the gallows made. And now for the second half of the Megillah, let's see what happens. Chapter number 6.
Our readers for chapter 6 are Elliot Lux and then Isabel Maislis.
Balayla hahu nadedash nahamele vayomer lehavi et sefer hazikronot divrei hayamim vayihuni kraim lifnei hamele vayimatzei hatu asher higid Mordechai al bintana Vateresh Shenei Sarisei HaMelech Mishmerei Hasa Asher Bikshu Lishlo Ahyad Bamelech Ahashvirosh.
Okay, and I think that maybe I'll do verse 3. It's here. Vayomer Hamelech Manasa Yekar Ugdula LeMordechai Alzer Vayomeru Na'arei Hamelech Misharitav Lo Na'asa Imo Tavar.
Vayomer HaMelech leHaman Maher kach et halvush v'tasus kasher dibarta vasechen leMordechai Yehudi hayoshev b'sha'ar HaMelech Atapel davar mikol asher dibarta vayikach Haman et talvush ve'tasus vayalbesh and Mordechai vayarkivehu birchov ha'ir vayikra lafanav kaha Yaseh laish asher hamelech hafetz bikaro.
Nice chanting. Beautiful.
On that night, the king could not sleep. So he had the book of records brought and read in his presence. It was found that Mordecai had saved the king's life. The king asked, "What honor, dignity has been bestowed on Mordecai for this?" "Well, nothing has been done for him," the king's attendants replied. And then the king asked, "Who is in the court?" Now, Haman had just entered the outer court. Well, that guy had just entered the outer court to speak to the king about hanging Mordecai. So the king's attendant said, "Haman is standing in the court." And the king said, "Let him come in." Now, Haman came in, and the king asked him, "What should be done to the man whom the king delights to honor?" And Haman said to himself, "Whom would the king delight to honor more than me?" So he said to the king, "For the man whom the king delights to honor, let a royal robe be brought which the king has worn, and a horse on which the king has ridden, with a royal crown upon his head. And let the robe and the horse be entrusted to one of the king's noblest officials. He shall see that the man whom the king delights to honor is arrayed and led on horseback through the streets of the city, proclaiming, 'This is done for the man whom the king delights to honor.'" The king said to Haman, "Make haste, take the robe and the horse as you have said, and do all this to Mordecai the Jew. Leave out nothing of what you have spoken." So Haman took the robe and the horse and arrayed Mordecai and led him on horseback through the streets of the city, proclaiming, "This is done for the man whom the king delights to honor." Then Haman hurried home, lamenting, and told his wife Zeresh and all his friends everything that had befallen him. And they said to him, "If Mordecai, whom you have begun to follow, is of the Jewish people, you will never defeat him, but you will keep falling before him." And just as they were talking, the king's attendants arrived and hurried Haman to the banquet that Esther had prepared. Chapter 7.
Yeah, too. Let me announce you first, okay? Our two readers are Aviva Tamburosinow and Avery Stoma. Sing nice and loud because you're really far away from the mic, okay? You can bring it down if you need to. All right.
Okay.
Oh, wait, wrong page. Right there.
ויבוא המלך והמן לשתות עם אסתר המלכה. ויאמר המלך לאסתר גם ביום השני במשתך היין, מה שאלתך אסתר המלכה ותינתן לך, ומבקשתך עד חצי המלכות ותעש. ותען אסתר המלכה ותאמר, אם מצאתי הן בעיניה המלך, ואם המלך טוב, תינתן לי נפשי בשאלתי ועמי בבקשתי, כי נמכרנו אני ועמי להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד, ואילו לעבדים ולשפחות נמכרנו החרשתי, כי אין הצר שאול בנזק המלך.
Very nice. Continuing with verse 7. והמלך קם בחמתו ממשתה היין אל גינת הביתן, והמן עמד לבקש על נפשו מאסתר המלכה, כי ראה כי חלתה אליו הרעה מאת המלך. והמלך שב מגינת הביתן אל בית משתה היין, והמן נופל על המיטה אשר אסתר עליה, ויאמר המלך הגם לכבוש את המלכה, אמי בבית הדבר יצא מפי המלך ופני המן חפו. ויאמר חרבונה אחד מן הסריסים לפני המלך, גם הנה העץ אשר עשה המן למרדכי אשר דיבר טוב המלך עומד בבית המן. גבוה 50 אמה, ויאמר המלך תלוהו עליו.
So, I didn't even say anything yet. Y'all not jumping the gun. So the king and Haman, there we go, came to feast with Queen Esther. And on the second day of the banquet, this went on for a while, the king again asked Esther, "What is your petition, Queen Esther? It shall be granted to you. What is your request? Were it half my kingdom, it shall be fulfilled." He loved her. Queen Esther replied, "If I have found favor in your sight, O king, and if it pleases the king, let my life be granted to me. That is my petition. Grant me my people. That's my request. I and my people are about to be destroyed, about to be slain, about to be annihilated." Ooh. King Ahasuerus asked Esther, "Who is it? Where is the man who's dared to do this?" And Esther replied, "A foe, an enemy, this wicked Haman." Ooh, he's in trouble now. Haman trembled before the king and the queen. The king rose in fury from the feast and went into the palace garden. He was so mad he couldn't even stick around. Haman, perhaps sensing an opportunity, came forward to beg Queen Esther, beg her for his life, for he saw the king had determined evil against him, obviously. And when the king came back from the palace garden, Haman had fallen onto the couch where Esther sat. It's not a good thing. "Will he even violate the queen in my presence, in my own house?" the king said. One of the royal attendants, Harbonah, said, "At Haman's house, wouldn't you know it, it just so happens, a gallows is standing, which he prepared for Mordecai, who saved the king's life. Hang him on that," the king ordered. So they hanged Haman. The canter side of this is just too much. Oh, where was I? Oh, here it is. So they hang Haman. We're not even drinking yet. On the gallows, which he had prepared for Mordecai. Oh, the story's not even over yet. But we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break, a sing-song break. Not that you're not participating, but you can participate even more so.
Oh, this is a good participation one. Okay, if you don't know this, I'm going to teach you your participation part right now. Repeat after me. I was about to say, okay. We're off to a great start, everybody. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You're all hired. My name is Purim and I come great fun and joy bringing. Just once a year I visit you to cheer you with my singing. La 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 la. Oh, Mr. Purim, tell us why we see you only yearly. We'd love to see you come each week because we love you dearly. La 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 la. This has been an approved message.
Okay, we're going to continue now with chapter 8, and Jace Wagenheim is going to start the chanting for us.
Bayom hahu Natan Hamelech Hashverosh leEsther Hamalka et Beit Haman. Sorer haYehudim Umordechai Ba Lifnei Hamelech Ki higida Esther Mahula Vayasar Hamelech et Tabato Asher hever mehaman Vayitenah leMordechai Vata semester et Mordechai al Beit Haman.
Very nice. Vatosef Esther Vaytaber lifnei Hamelech Vatipol lifnei raglav vatitchanen lo lehavir et ra'a Haman ha'agagi ve'et machashavto asher chashav al haYehudim. Verse 15. Umordechai Yatsa milifnei Hamelech Bilbush malchut techelet vachur Vateret zahav gdola V'takrik boots Ve'argaman Ve'ha'ir Shushan Sahala V'samecha La Yehudim Haita ora Ve'simcha V'sason vikar Uvchol medina Uvchol ir va'ir Makom asher devar hamelech v'dato magia Simchat v'sason laYehudim mishteh v'yom tov V'rabim amei ha'aretz mityahadim Ki nafal pachad haYehudim Alehem.
Then Esther spoke again to the king. She fell at his feet, and she begged him with tears to avert the evil design of Haman against the Jews. She said, "If it please the king, let an order be written to revoke the letter sent out by Haman, in which he commanded the destruction of the Jews throughout the king's empire. How can I bear witness to the calamity that befalls my people? How can I endure the destruction of my kindred?" Thereupon, King Ahasuerus said to Esther and Mordecai, "Write as you please about the Jews. Write it in the name of the king and seal it with the signet of the king." It's like a ring. The king's secretaries were summoned, and an edict was written to the governors and officials of the provinces, from India to Ethiopia, to every province in its own script, and to every people in their own language, and also to the Jews in their script and their language. That was probably Hebrew. The writing was in the name of King Ahasuerus and sealed with the king's signet ring. Letters were sent by mounted couriers riding on swift horses. By these, the king gave the Jews permission to gather and defend their lives on the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar. Oh, hey, funny coincidence about that. More English. The couriers rode out in haste, and the decree was issued in Shushan. The Jews had light and joy, gladness and honor in every province and in every city. Wherever the king's edict arrived, there was a gladness and joy among the Jews. Indeed, many pagans became Jews. It's a choice. Mordecai sent dispatches giving to the Jews in every city the king's permission to defend their lives and destroy any armed forces that might attack them. On the 13th day of Adar, the Jews triumphed over their adversaries. In Shushan, they fought for their lives on the 13th and the 14th, resting on the 15th, and making that a day of feasting and rejoicing and sending gifts to one another. Chapter 9, right? Yes, no? Yeah.
Okay, Benson Mintz is going to begin our reading, chapter 9, verse 1.
Uvishneim asar hodesh hu hodesh adar bishlosha asar yom bo asher higia devar hamelech vidato lehe asot bayar Asher Siberu Oive Hayehudim Lishlot Bahem Venahafo Hu Asher Ishletu Hayehudim Hema Bisonehem.
That's really good reading. Good.
Thanks, Spencer.
Nikalu haYehudim barehem bechol medinot hamelech Achashverosh lishloach yad bimvakshei rata ve'ish lo amad lifnehem ki nafal pachdam al kol hamim vechol sarei hamedinot Achashdar penim v'hapachot ve'osei hamlacha asher lamelech minaseim et haYehudim ki nafal pachad Mordechai aleihem.
All right, we got 2 more chapters left. Now an English translation of chapter 9 that was just read. Mordecai charged all the Jews, and this is why we have Purim today. It comes from right here. Mordecai charged all the Jews to keep both the 14th and the 15th of the month of Adar every year as days of feasting and rejoicing, as we're now doing thousands of years later. These days are called Purim after Pur, Lot, for Haman, had cast the lot to destroy and annihilate the Jews, but his wicked plot recoiled upon his own head. Mordecai was great and popular among the Jews. This is important to remember, as Jews. Why was he popular? For he sought their shalom. He sought their peace. Let's give a big round of applause for Mordecai. All right, the last chapter, chapter number 10.
Our reading starts with Dylan Silva and continues with Sari Jones, and finally with Madison Wade.
Vayasem HaMelech Achashverosh Mahas Al Haaretz Ve'iyeh Hayam V'chol Ma'aseh Tokpo Ukvurato Ufarashat Gedulat Mordechai Asher Gidelo HaMelech Halohem Ketuvim Al Sefer Divrei Hayamim Lemalchei Madayu Faras.
Now, in honor of my pink chicken, Sari Jones is going to chant those verses for us again. Okay, here we go.
Vayasem HaMelech Ahashverosh Mas Al Haaretz Ve'iyeh Hayam V'chol Ma'aseh Tokpo Uvurato Ufarasat Getilat Mordechai Asher Gedilo HaMelech Halohem Ketuvim Al Sefer Divrei Hayamim Lemalkei Madayu Faras.
Very nice. And now, our last verse of the Megillah with Madison Wade.
Ki Mordechai HaYehudim Mishne Lamelech Ahashverosh Vegadol LaYehudim Veratzui Lerov Ehav Doresh Tov LeAmo Vedover Shalom L'Hol Zaro.
Good,
Good job.
All right, Steve, you'll read chapter 10.
So Mordecai the Jew was next in rank to King Ahasuerus, and he was great among the Jews and popular with the multitude of his people. For he sought the welfare of his people and looked after the well-being of all. And now...
All right, so give yourselves a hand. We just completed all 10 chapters. And most importantly, I want all the readers to stand up, all the student readers. Stand up for just a moment. Let's give them a big round of applause. And next year, we'd love to have these readers back and more readers. If you would like to read, just let the rabbis know, or Cantor Dorf know, or Miss Eskowitz know. We'd love to have you. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, Rabbi, we're reading the story. Why is it relevant? It happened so long ago. But the story is still very relevant. Unfortunately, we Jews still have enemies that seek to hurt us. But I want to remind you, as Jews, we are very safe because of Israel and because of great countries like America. And our enemies are not innocent people in Gaza. Our enemies are terrorists. Those are the enemies that we're fighting. But as long as we're proud Jews, as long as we're involved Jews, as long as we celebrate as Jews, as long as we celebrate wonderful holidays like Purim, we Jews will always survive. We will always be here, and we will always make the world better. So I hope you will always be proud Jews, because you have a lot to be proud of. And let's sing one of my favorite songs, Am Yisrael Chai. reminding all of us that the Jewish people will always be here. Am Yisrael Chai.
Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Chag Purim Sameach.
Okay, will you lead us in Amen? Okay, now the cantor is going to lead us in Hey Man.
We need to go back on that.
I hope you're ready to boo. Yeah, boo. All right, this is how this song goes. Hey, 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 man. Hey, 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 man. Hey, 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 man. Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, man. He wanted everybody to bow. Oh, wow. He wanted everybody to serve. What nerve? That big, big, big boss man from Shushan, the loudest big mouth in the land. Hey, 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 man. Hey, hey, man. Hey, 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 man. Hey, 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 man. Hey, 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 man. Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, man. Here's your second verse. But Morty didn't know how to bow. Oh, wow. And Morty didn't know how to serve. What nerve? That big, big, big boss man from Shushan, the loudest big mouth in the land. Hey, 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 man. Hey, hey, man. Last time. Hey, 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 man. Hey, 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 man. Hey, 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 man. Boo! Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our next generation of clergy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam harav et rivenu v'hadan et dinenu v'hanokem et nikmatenu v'amshilem gemolech oloyvei nafshenu v'hinifra lanu mitzarenu Baruch atah Adonai Hanifra le'amo Yisrael mikol tzarehem ha'el ha'moshiach.
Thank you. And I want to give a big round of applause to Ashley Mills and Philip Langlis. Thank you very much for all your help up here. And I know they're going to play some Barbie songs when we do what's always my favorite part. Who's ready for a Purim costume parade? So we want to invite all of our students and parents and teachers that also dressed up to come stand right up here behind Miss Eskowitz. And as you're lining up, Miss Eskowitz wants to make one announcement about the carnival too.
So after we finish the parade, we want everyone to please put the groggers and the Megillah booklets in the back there, if you'll leave them on the side. And then if you are staying for the carnival, if you got your wristbands, you'll be able to go straight to the carnival. If you didn't get your wristbands, if you will head outside to the gates where they'll be and get your wristbands, buy them or show your QR codes and get your wristbands, and then you'll be free to wander around with the carnival. Madrahim, stay put. Madrahim, stay put. Sorry. Okay, we're going to start the parade.
Okay, and I know we have I'm Just Ken and other songs as well that we can play while we're doing the parade. And we'll go a couple times. Let's go like twice around. Absolutely. All right, here we go, the 2024 Purim Costume Parade.
All dolled up, just playing chess by the pool. Come on, we got important things to do. It's her and her and me and you and pink. Goes with everything. Beautiful from head to toe. I'm ready to go. You know, it's pink. Good enough to dream. We like other colors, but pink just looks so good on us. What you wearing? Dress or suit? Either way, that power looks so good on you. Hey, Barbie, I like your style. If that was really a mirror, you see a perfect smile. Round and round and round and round and. That's my Barbie. Go Barbie, go Barbie. That's my Barbie. That's my Barbie. Go Barbie, go Barbie. That's my Barbie. Come on, we got important things to do. It's her and me and you and pink. Goes with everything. Oh yeah, beautiful from head to toe. I'm ready to go. You know it's pink, pretty pink, good enough to dream. Oh yeah, we like other colors, but pink just looks so good on us. P, pretty, I, intelligent, N, never sad, K, cool. Hey bitch, never mind.
Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'm always number two. No one knows how hard I tried. Oh, I have feelings that I can't explain, driving me insane. All my life been so polite.